Welcome back, beautiful souls, to another episode of Channel Your Light with me, Erin Chandler. If you wish to connect with me for a private reading or to go on a retreat we are running shortly, you can check out my website at www.erinchandler.com. So we have a collective energy update that is streaming through from the collective and the Planetary Commission, uninhibited. So a lot of information is coming through, particularly about the current energies, which is the current energies have a major influx. There's been a change to the Earth's atmosphere, or there's been a lot of disturbances is the word coming in. Disturbances from the atmosphere coming in and around, and you will be feeling the influxes of those. Each of you will experience it very, very differently. I'm being shown different star systems, and different galactic starseeds will experience this in very different ways. This is because of the different alignments and attachments that each of the souls have. In addition, as the atmosphere and frequencies change on the earth plane, you will have noticed, some of you, so they're showing me different levels. People will be experiencing this on different levels. So energetically and consciously, as the subconscious, the veil is pulled back for many people. They become aware that they are highly sensitive to energy. The energy has always been there. It's just that you are aware that because it is more intense. That is the contrast that is experienced on the awakening of consciousness on the earth plane and part of the ascension process. So some of you will notice, Ashtar, some of you will notice that you have become more aware or acutely in sync with the different emotional energies around you. It is important at this time to ground your energy and make it very clear and concise. Identify whether or not it is your energy or just an influx of the collective consciousness being dispersed or moving around, or that kind of a chaos energy if you sense that. Indicators that it is not your energy and you can remove it and do not need to transmute it. One, it shows up suddenly out of nowhere and you cannot place it. It feels either heavy, gives you a headache, is dense, is not associated with anything that you are connected to. I'm being told somebody on here, you have soul ties with somebody that you need to cut, because those soul ties, that person, it has a lot of work to do on themselves, and they're literally, it's like transference of energy flowing through. You must remove that and command your energy. That is the only way. It is in the I am presence and the commanding of one's energy that you are able to discern clearly what is yours and what is not yours. And in addition, remove rather than transmuting everything within your own energy. There is a distorted feminine, that's very clear, and a distorted masculine. It's twofold, so you will know if this is yours or not. Whoever this is, they're very intense. They are very angry, and they are this person is blame shifting. That's what I'm hearing. So take it as it resonates if it's yours. I need to tell you this. You cannot blame shift with somebody who is in their personal power. That is what personal power is. It is the ability to be in the world but not of the world, and recognize as you are presented with different energies. One, is it yours or is it someone else's? And two, in addition to that, I can say no, that's incorrect. No, that's not mine. No, that's yours. That is personal power. That is what the collective consciousness is coming into and beginning to uproot that which takes away our power. And if you are fatigued, it is because your energetic levels have been DNA blue. Your DNA, I'm seeing helixes of DNA. They are being integrated. Remembering means you are calling back members of your soul tribe, members of your soul fragment. You are remembering. You are a member, a realm unto itself. This is an important part of the ascension process to understand at this time, because there is such an influx. If you are fatigued, it is important that you rest as you need to. It is important that you ground and you dismiss, disperse, and remove any energy that is not yours, so that each individuated soul can do their own soul's work for their highest ascension purpose. This does not mean you leave people behind. Rather, if you hold back and wait and allow people to pull on your energy, it is you that gets held back from your own ascension timeline, is what I'm hearing very clearly. The collective consciousness, we are one consciousness, which means no one gets left behind. Whether you have physically moved on or energetically or spiritually, it does not matter. Holding yourself back or waiting for other people actually dims your light and dims their light. It's a dimming. That's the word I'm hearing. It's a dimming of light when we do that. However, because no one gets left behind, when you step up into your highest truth, your highest I am presence, this is why this is important at this time, particularly when you become aware of the fluid consciousness of energy around you. Continue to move forward. Rest when you need to rest. The DNA, Ashtar wants to go back to the DNA upgrading and the remember. I am a member. I am one member of the 7 billion members of the great I am. I am an individuated soul. One soul equals one member. You are remembering. So what this means, when we have a DNA activation, we get fatigued because our logical mind has not caught up to the inner landscape of your energetic field, which has changed and is moving through multiple influxes at this time. If you are tired, it is very important that you sleep. It is very important that you nourish yourself. It is very important that you self-worship, is what I'm hearing. And I don't mean self-worship like I'm the best in the world, ego type of self-worship. I mean self-worship. Nurture yourself, feed yourself, sleep when you need to, have compassion and kindness for yourself. Those are very important on the ascension process, particularly when we're moving through such influxes of energy consistently. As you become aware of consciousness, you may notice sensing other people's energy acutely and wondering where it's coming from. You are simply sensing the collective consciousness because you are remembering that you are energy and you have access to tap into consciousness, that you have awareness that senses the consciousness and energy of others around you because you are part of the one great spirit. The DNA remembering activations that are happening at this time will cause those fatigues. They may cause feeling ill. They may cause feeling off balance. They may cause headaches. It's important to clear your energy and ground consistently every day, every single day, to do this, to ensure that your energetic fields don't get confused with other people's muck and things that other souls are working on and lessons. You are the most powerful when you are simply in clarity in your own energy and your own presence. And that is also best for all the people around you because they then have the opportunity. It's best for them in their sphere of energy because they also then have the opportunity to clear up, to have epiphanies, to move along their own ascension. And it's the most powerful process for them. For example, if I do somebody else's work for them, they never actually learn the lesson and they go back and do the same thing again. Waste of time and energy on my part, and it didn't help them do anything because they have to learn that lesson on their own. It's really, really simple. So right now, as the energy influxes, because of the atmospheric disturbances that have been happening, if you are highly intuitive and highly sensitive, you will have sensed this. Guaranteed you will have sensed this. That is by divine design because you are becoming more open to consciousness. You may notice I'm being told to talk about quantum entanglement. This is very important. When you are in the fluid energy and have the awareness of the multiple dimensions, you will sense you as your higher self, you as your physical being, all the other people as their higher selves, their physical beings, any dark, dense, negative energy, any high frequency energy. You are going to begin to notice these. Some of you, I'm hearing on you, have been noticing this for 2 years now. This is just an affirmation. That is going to get stronger, just to be very clear. It is important that you command your energy because spirit is only super clear when our energy is clear. Then it doesn't get mucked up. We don't have self-doubt when our own energy is clear. When we are hearing the divine director clearly because our energy is clear. See how that works. Because the subconscious has had a massive unveiling, we're going to go back to that, says Ashtar. What was hidden underneath the rug, when you pull back the rug, it's like all of that which was hidden underneath in the under is now all coming up to the consciousness, to the present, to your awareness. It's very important to treat the information it's very important to treat the energies that show up as simply information to identify it. This is only possible when you are in your I am presence, grounding and clear and commanding your own energy. When you are not commanding your own energy, you will feel powerless and feel like the energy is inundating you. And Ashtar, go ahead, Mom, says Ava and Ashtar. So it's important for you guys to understand, I understand what they're saying, because I learned the hard way, this stuff. And through many, many years, I have learned this. And some lessons I had to learn repeatedly because I just didn't logically get it. So I'm sharing this now so that you guys understand, both because it's coming through from the Planetary Commission as well as my guides and my daughter, but also from my own experience, because right now there is an intense amount of energy that has been unveiled from the depths, that is up and flying about. And in addition, your awareness that veil being pulled back, your acute sensitivities of things that are going on that are not just in the physical plane in front of us, of all the other energetic fields, that can be confusing. And if you do not have a powerful energetic field, it can literally take you down, drag you down, because you've been inundated with other people's inflow and influx of energy. This is not what we want. We want us to be grounded in our own energy, commanding our own energy, so that we can clearly discern what is ours and what is not ours. For some of you on this process, this influx of energy, the energy will be yours. So how do I know if the energy is mine? One, it's attached to something that we have experienced in the past, or a wounding, or recognition of something that's happened from the past. Some of you will be able to objectively look at that and purge. Some of you will be feeling the emotions that you stuffed down deep that maybe you didn't realize you had down there, or maybe that you just didn't deal with at the time. And there's nothing wrong with that, because now is the perfect time to do that. I'm seeing literally like Spirit is scraping the souls of the souls, scraping it all up out of the nooks and crannies, out of the corners, dusting off the cobwebs, pulling out anything that's not yours. And the divine is helping you do this at this time. Flow with this. It is not your job to process energy that is not yours. That is a key, a giant key I'm hearing. We have been taught the opposite, and that is just simply not possible when you understand you are in a world of energy. One individuated soul is not meant to save, help, transmute all these other people by bringing it into them and doing it. That's what we've been doing. Empaths, that's for you. We do not process other people's energy or sense other people's energy in the way that we have been, because it drags our energy down, and we cannot be the bright light that we are. Instead, we are called to command our energy, to fill our vessel with our own divine presence and our own powers, so that we have an overflow outside our shielded, protected energy that is 10 times more powerful, because it's filled with our energy and it overflows into the people around us. This is very important during the ascension process to understand this. This is very important on this optimal timeline to understand this. Love does heal all things, but not all things are willing to receive that love. So anything you are doing, anyone you are trying to drag with you, please do not do that. You are simply holding yourself back. Many of us who know that we are here to help others do that action. I want to be super clear about this. That's a very important thing to understand, because that action is actually holding you back and is not part of the I am presence, how we do things. You are less powerful when you're dragging something behind you that is not meant to come at this time. Remember, in the collective consciousness, no one gets left behind. So don't feel like by leaving them in the physical aspect that you are leaving them behind. They too are part of the collective consciousness, which is shifting and moving at a much more rapid pace. Hence the disturbances in the external fields. As more and more creators come online, there will be a shifting and a moving happening. The next reason why this is important, as you become aware of the people around you, your opinions and your ideas and your perspectives about energy, about the divine, about dimensions, about different planes, they will all change, including your energetic systems and centers. Your DNA has remembered that it can heal itself, that it knows that it knows way more than you realized you knew, that your soul's path is yours and yours alone. You will remember that you are love. You will remember that you are from a star system. In the Quran, there are two ways that this can happen, this shift. For some of you, you will be receiving the information, the downloads of it, and it will suddenly be like, okay, my mind knew this was happening, but I didn't really have the flow through of how that works. That is one set of you. The second set, you will be experiencing this where your body will receive the energetic DNA upgrades, remembering, activations, 12 DNA strand. You will be remembering, and then your logical mind has to catch up. Those of you who are in that process, your physical avatar will be fatigued. It is going through massive changes at this time. If you think about it, the mind, if your thoughts create worlds, and we are our own creators, if the thoughts that have been implanted for centuries exist in your consciousness, which it does because we are one consciousness, side note, then that is what must be purged at this time. Otherwise, that is what will be what creates worlds for the future. The future is created in this present moment. The Galactic Federation has been attending to the collective. There are multiple modalities and multiple messengers of this. Some have been caught up in illusion, some have not. Be discerning in every message that you receive from the divine in all aspects and in all ways through the ascension process. You will always know you are on the right path, the middle path, the ascension process, when it brings great peace and does not take away from your physical aspected world. That we stay within that middle path and stay grounded on the physical plane. Remember, yes, you are a spiritual being. That is not the issue, becoming spiritual and all those things. That is what you are. What you are doing is you are having a physical 3D experience. It is very vastly different than it is from your home origins or your planet. In the collective consciousness, we are purging the thought forms that no longer serve the evolution of the planet. This is a bumpy process. It can trigger emotions. It can trigger old thoughts. It can trigger negative thinking. Commanding your own energy includes commanding the mind, shielding out any negative entities or thought forms that are not of your own, that are not of the highest frequency. As you attune, you do not need to be or wish to be, I'm going to be clear, do not wish to be open to everything in the collective consciousness. Some people during their awareness and their awakening, when they become open, they get scared for a number of reasons. There are many more things in there that are hidden underneath that have not been seen by the physical avatar of their being, but their consciousness is aware of that. That is in the process of being cleaned up. This is why it is important to command your energy and discern what is yours and what is not yours in order for the collective consciousness to evolve and ascend in the most gentle, smooth way as possible, says the Planetary Commission, is if we each stay in our own light rather than going down and allowing lower dense vibrations into our energy. That lessens our light and makes the evolution slower. Do not be afraid to leave anyone behind. The collective consciousness is one. It is impossible to leave anyone behind. That's very clear. So, in the Kuara Tehishana Tikiia, this transmission is complete. That is the collective energy update, my friends. So, I too have been noticing this huge influxes of energy, and I'm consistently going outside to ground. I'm sleeping. Sometimes I'll get a headache and I have to purge it. So it's extreme highs of frequency, and then there's the lows, the highs and the lows. That's how I experience it. You may experience it slightly differently. Have compassion for yourself. Ground your energy. Continually come back to the self, to the middle path, to your divine connection. Anything that feels off, remove the overshadow, the inner shadow, any soul ties. As for somebody, I feel like a lot of people, there's a great misunderstanding about soul ties, and that's actually coming up in the next video, is understanding soul ties, when they are healthy, when they are unhealthy, what's the purpose, how to remove them, because goodness knows people can create soul ties with you without you even knowing it. So that's an important part of the ascension piece as well. Being aware or sensing or seeing or perceiving those soul ties and where they happen, along with the concept of quantum entanglement, is the other piece I'm being told that I need to talk about in depth, according to Spirit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you're experiencing all these influxes and all of these things, and I will catch you in the next video.